So there's an application for pretty much everything out there. We live in a world full of apps. So it's only right that we identify a few apps that could help you if you're thinking about buying a home. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that red button and mash that bell while you're at it. Like I mentioned, today we are talking apps and apps that will help you if you are thinking about buying a home or even trying to save money for a home. Now, again, as a lot of my content, none of these apps are in any order, but let's just quickly run through them and identify how they might help you. And the first app is called AroundMe. Now, a lot of these apps are also websites or available to access online, but AroundMe, as I mentioned, is an app and it helps you identify things and places that are around you, right? So this is really good tool if you're moving to a neighborhood that you're not familiar with. And even if you are moving into a neighborhood that you're familiar with, maybe you'll discover some new restaurants or places to go for entertainment by using this app. It also can help you identify where the local banks are, ATMs, all of those things. So again, AroundMe is a great app to help you figure out what's going on around you. While we're talking about things that are going on around you or around a property, Google Earth is an app that a majority of us have on our phone but never use, right? Now, Google Earth is great when you're buying a property because it helps you find things that you may not even know are there. For example, a client of mine was buying a property. It backed up to a wooded area. And what we didn't know or didn't realize at the time is that there was a creek that ran through the back of the neighborhood. The house was not in a flood zone, but if you've seen any of my previous content, when there is a creek or stream or any body of water around a home, especially in this scenario where the creek was really close to the house, at some point it could become a flood zone. So it's very important to be aware of these things. But you might also come to find out that there is a refinery or a trash dump a block or two away. So again, Google Earth is great for helping you identify those things. Now, for those of you who just don't have a creative eye or any creative genius at all, then this app is for you. And it's called Houzz. And I emphasize the Z, Houzz, with two Z's at the end. Now, Houzz, this app is great for giving you ideas on how you can change a space, whether it be just finishes for your kitchen or furniture, or anything along the lines of interior design. This is a phenomenal app. It gives you ideas, and a lot of times there are also direct links that will take you to buy some of the things that you are seeing in their advertisements or whatever space they're showing you. So if you're looking at a kitchen and you really like the handles that they're using, well, click on them because there might be a way for you to buy them just like that. Now, this one is pretty much for everyone, and it's a very simple real estate dictionary. That's it. The app is a real estate dictionary, and it's going to help you understand some of the terms that you may not be familiar with, like home equity line of credit, title, deed, forbearance. The list goes on, right? But I think you get the point that regardless where you're at, if you're a first-time home buyer or you've bought and sold multiple properties, having a real estate dictionary at your fingertips is definitely a really good tool to have. Another really good tool to have right at your fingertips is a real estate mortgage calculator. And for that reason, I would actually suggest that you look into Quicken's app. Quicken has a mortgage calculator app. And the thing I like about their app is that there are 4 different mortgage calculators. A lot of the other calculators I've seen out there are just pretty straightforward, but the Quicken mortgage calculator does give you a few more options, 3 by doing simple math. You don't need a calculator for that because it helps you. And especially now when we want to be creative, those additional calculators do that. They give you that a little bit of extra leverage to help you be creative. But moral of the story, get some type of mortgage calculator. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Homesnap. Homesnap is an app that I usually suggest to my clients who are looking for real estate. Now, of course, I'm sending them properties, but we all know that they're going to go online and look for them on their own. And I really like Homesnap because they're not bombarded with a bunch of ads like a lot of the other real estate websites out there. But there's also some other really cool tools and information that I found to be right at someone's fingertips, like tax information, property history information, which gives you an idea of when the current owner bought the property, how much they bought the property for, little moving mechanics like that. So Homesnap is a really cool tool, and most realtors also have or leverage Homesnap. So if you're already connected with a realtor, you can also communicate with your realtor through that app. So again, just another really cool real estate tool. And these last three are probably ones that you've heard of. Maybe not all three, but I know you've heard of or should have heard of Credit Karma. Now, this is not my favorite app, and they do tell you right on the right in the app that they go off of a Vantage score. So it's not a real credit score. It's not a FICO score, but it's close. It's within reason, and it is algorithm based, and it will give you an idea of where your credit should be. So if you're working on improving your credit, this is a really cool tool to leverage because it will show you theoretically where you're at. And to be honest, we know that you want to be going in one direction, which is up. So this app will help you do that, as well as give you some suggestions or tools, ideas, consolidation loans, things like that that will help you get from where you're at to where you want to be. Another app that's really cool is Mint. And I've spoken about this app before. There is a free and a paid version. Either will do you just fine. So again, the free version will be great, but it is very robust and it helps you identify your spending habits. And as we want to save money, one of the best places to start is identifying where we can save rather than figuring out ways where we can earn more money. If we can save more money, well, either way, Mint helps you do that. And it also does give you a credit score. I know we just spoke about Credit Karma, but again, there is one embedded into Mint. And it's a really cool, robust tool where at a quick glance, you can get a snapshot of your expenses and what you might need to stop buying. And the last app is Acorns. Now, there are other apps that will do what Acorns is designed to do, but Acorns basically will take the change of a transaction. So let's just say you're buying a coffee and the coffee comes to $1.89. Acorns will round it up to the next dollar amount. So 11 cents, it's going to round up in this scenario, but it's going to take that change and it's going to put it in a separate account. And it's, in my experience, the interest that you get on that account is a lot higher than some of the others, which is why I like it. And it's not very easy. It's not a snap of your fingers and the money's back in your other account where you can spend it, which I like because, again, if we're using it for a savings account, it shouldn't be that easy for us to just take out. But anyway, using my own personal experience over the course of a year and just making sure that I was using my credit cards or my debit card that was affiliated to the Acorns account, I saved in excess of $3,000. So whether you use Acorns, which again is my favorite, which is why I'm putting it in this video, finding an app or even some of the financial institutions, some of the banks out there also offer this feature. You just need to turn it on. So turn it on and start saving money without really putting much effort into it. So there you have it. Those are the apps that I suggest or encourage for you to look at if you're trying to improve your scenario. I guess, yeah, that's what I want to say. If you're trying to improve your scenario to become a homeowner, these apps should help. And if there are some apps that you think I should be aware of, do me a favor and let me know in the comments. And with all that said, till next time.